Hi, and welcome to Geno's Picks. I know, I didn't miss a game last week because there weren't any. That's why we're here for the NFL Draft Preview, people. Middle of spring, we're getting excited about baseball, but football never sleeps, so let's get right to it. But first, you know what really grinds my gears? Billy Payne, the chairman of Augusta National. He had the balls to badmouth Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods has been through enough, and he doesn't owe anyone an explanation, especially you, Billy Payne, who if you really were mad at Tiger, you could have banned him from the Masters. But you know why you didn't? Because you're making as much money off him as every other golfer that had the balls to badmouth him. In fact, you're no better than any of those other whores he slept with because you're using him to get all you can out of it. But unlike those whores, you're still in bed with him. Fuck you, Billy Payne. The only words that you should say to Tiger Woods are thank you very much. Who the fuck are you to badmouth him? Oh yeah, and you're welcome for the incredible ratings. Go to hell. And now, my draft preview. My first pick, the number one pick, goes to the Rams, okay? And they will be taking Sam Bradford, the QB out of Oklahoma. Why? Because Spagnuolo's a defensive-minded coach, and they have taken nothing but defensive guys and offensive tackles for the past 5 years. Their last offensive player, Steven Jackson, and it's time they took a QB. Besides, they don't really have many choices. And Ndamukong Suh, defensive player, and without a QB, they're not going to have any points to protect. Or an offensive tackle, Trent Williams, why would they draft him? That's like a fat chick taking out a cock blocker. If someone does get past her, who the fuck are they trying to get to? There's nothing to protect, people. And by the way, they're done. Bulger is on his last legs. He's got less left than a chemo guy going through his third round. And much like that chemo guy, both make you want to puke. Rams, Bradford, first pick. My next pick, the Detroit Lions. Say it with me, Ndamukong Suh. They need to take a defensive player because last year they dropped 2 of the first 20 picks in the whole NFL draft on a quarterback and a tight end. Great, you have offense. Yet for the past 3 years, you've been the worst defense in the NFL. Let me tell you, remember this word, Sue, because either the Lions will take Ndamukong Suh or the Lions fans, all 5 of them that are left, will sue come the next day. And if for some reason the Rams do take Suh, then you go with offensive tackle Trent Williams. Because like I said, you went big on offense last year, and you're going to live and die with them, right? It's like that fat chick from the last joke. You might as well protect your investment because you made a bad decision, and you don't want to end up going down on her. You know what I mean? Okay, number 2, Lions, Ndamukong Suh. Number 3, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock, and I believe they will take Gerald McCoy. Why? Because like most every other football player in Florida, head coach Raheem Morris is handcuffed. He's got too many problems on offense, so get back to square one. Gerald McCoy, defensive tackle, Oklahoma, is going to Tampa Bay. Number 4 pick, people, the Redskins. This is a no-brainer. They simply have to take Russell Okung out of Texas. Why? Because unlike the Detroit Lions, who have 4 of the first 100 picks, the Washington Redskins, after the McNabb trade, have the number 4 out of all 100 picks, and then they're done. So you damn well better protect the investment that is Donovan McNabb and get an offensive tackle. Your only other option, maybe deal Albert Hainsworth. But at 6 foot, 6 inches, and 350 pounds, he's going to be hard to move. The last time someone was trying to move that much angry black man, they were using the galley of a ship in the 1700s. Wasn't my idea. Take number 4, the Redskins, Okung. Number 5 pick, the Chiefs. They will be taking offensive tackle Bruce Campbell. Why? Because of 2 people, Charlie Weiss and Thomas Jones. For some reason, they decided to blow $5 million on Thomas Jones when Jamal Charles is a stud. And they need some receivers, so Matt Castle will not be using Charlie Weiss's offense running for his life like he did last year. The bottom line is if you want to make Weiss and Thomas Jones count and get Chris Chambers a little breathing room, then you damn well better take offensive tackle Bruce Campbell. Number 6 and 14. Why do I tell you that? Because both of those picks belong to Seattle. And with this trade and Ted Ginn going to San Fran, now they don't have to worry about San Fran grabbing C.J. Spiller with the 13th pick. They can take C.J. with the 14th pick. So when you're all the way up at 6, you either take Eric Berry, which I think is a bad move, because what's the point if you don't have a pass rusher? Right, so get a pass rusher. Seattle will take Derek Morgan or McCoy if he slips down. The number 7 pick, the Cleveland Browns. Seattle will not take him, and he will be here for them. Eric Berry is who Cleveland will definitely and should definitely take with the 7th pick. Why? Because they need defense, and Eric Berry is by far the best defensive player in the draft. Defensive coordinators know having Eric Berry on your team is like going to an Asian spa for a massage, because in both situations, the people are always a few inches from your balls, and when they do get their hands on it, they're going to take it to the house for a happy ending. Yeah, Eric Berry is going to Cleveland, and most importantly, Cleveland's next pick is number 38. And like we said, there's a lot of high-end risks in this year's draft at QB. This is where they take a QB. I recommend either hometown boy Casey Clausen or draft shocker that's moving up everyone's board, Jonathan Crompton. Why? Because they signed Jake Delhomme for 1 year to tutor these guys. So you have 1 year to teach Crompton or Clausen how to be the QB. But it better only take 1 year, because come next year, whether it's Clausen, Crompton, or Delhomme under center, whoever it is, the fans are going to be calling that guy a name that begins with C. That's who the Browns are taking, Berry and Crompton. Which brings us to number 8, the Raiders. Al Davis will take Jerry Hughes, an outside linebacker out of TCU. Why? I never heard of him either. But the bottom line is, Al Davis is an idiot, and he just goes with guys that have good pro days. He may be from LA, but Al Davis has all the sensibility of a 20-year-old Midwestern girl. That's right. No matter how bad everyone thinks the guy is, all he needs is a really nice combine, and they'll let you fuck him for years, people. With the 9th pick, the Bills, they need a QB, right? So I think they'll take Donovan McNabb. Oh, what? Oh, it's not 1997? Then why the fuck did you hire Chan Gailey? Your draft is not your problem. Take an offensive tackle and protect nobody. At least give Fred Jackson a Pro Bowl year. You're terrible, Buffalo. Which brings us to our number 10 pick. And guys, sorry, we only have time for 10. If I didn't get to your team, you know where to find me. Facebook or GenoB4 at AOL.com. And I will be glad to take the time to talk to you about your team. But for now, we're at number 10, and we're going to end with the Jaguars. I'll tell you, Jaguars with the 74 pick should take Tim Tebow. Kid's got a lot of heart, and he'll be great for the hometown fans. But for now, I think their offense is going to be okay. You got Garrard, who they seem to be set on, and you got Maurice Jones-Drew, who's obviously a stud. So what do? You get the best player on the board, and that is safety Joe Hayden out of Florida. I know, it's risky, because taking a cornerback in the first round of the NFL draft is like going into a bathroom stall with Ben Roethlisberger. It may be years before you find out if you got fucked or not. But I don't care. I love this kid, Hayden's upside. And he's another kid. He's about an hour south of Jacksonville. He'll be great for the team. Go with number 10, Joe Hayden to the Jags. Oh, and San Diego, please take a nose tackle. You can take Montario Hardesty in the 2nd round at 40. Those are Geno's picks.